know what the problem is with winning $100,000? Not a damn thing. Let's play some Lingo!
Hey everyone, I'm Ben Schneider. And on the days where I work the afternoon shift at my day job, which these days is pretty much every day, I find myself with a lot of free time in the mornings, specifically from 10 a.m. to noon. And there's a lot of things I'd like to watch on television during this time period. Sometimes I catch up on the sports world by sitting down and watching the Dan Patrick Show on Peacock. Other times it's Stephen A. Smith and First Take on ESPN.
Really? I mean, this is really funny. I'm amused by this. This is comical to me.
And as a game show fan, which should be obvious by now if you pay attention to this channel, I do try to catch the new episodes of Let's Make a Deal and The Price is Right at least once a week. And Price is having its 50th season next year, so I'm expecting something big for that, CBS. Don't let me down. But one other show that I've been rewatching during the 10 and 11 o'clock hours is the 2011 revival of Lingo on Game Show Central via Pluto TV. Game Show Central is the streaming channel of the Game Show Network, where they rerun a lot of older GSN originals. One of these is Bill Engvall's version of Lingo, and anytime discussion on this version comes up, it inevitably gets compared to GSN's first version of Lingo, which was hosted by Chuck Woolery and ran from 2002 to 2007. And the consensus seems to be that Engvall's Lingo was trash, and Woolery's version is objectively the better of the two. Now, I don't even disagree with the second part of that for several reasons. One of which is because I do think Woolery was a stronger host. But then again, he had decades of experience. And Engvall, well, I don't know, maybe he got some tips from his comedy buddy Jeff Foxworthy? This was his first game show ever. Chuck is a game show legend, and Bill is a comedian. I almost feel like it's unfair to compare the two. But I happen to be in the minority, well, at least it seems to be the minority judging from the internet, that actually liked Engvall's version of the show. And you've got to remember, the bar was set extremely low for GSN at the turn of the decade. Their other new originals in 2011 included Love Triangle and Drew Carey's Improvaganza, the latter of which wasn't even a game show, and the former, we're just not going to go there. Sorry, Wendy Williams fans. They did have Baggage, which is also on Game Show Central, and I'll admit, it's sometimes a guilty pleasure of mine, but they were also just coming off of the failures that were Hidden Agenda, Instant Recall, and Carney Wilson Unbearable. So let's not pretend that this was the worst thing on GSN during this time period. Far from it. In case you're unfamiliar with Lingo, it's basically a game of guessing 5-letter words mixed with bingo. I guess you could say it's like Wheel of Fortune in that regard. Yes, it's helpful and even necessary to have a good understanding of words and letters.
Cheese. C-H-E-E.
Oh, cakes, K-A-K-E-S?
There is no way I'm making fun of a cop. Cop as in K-O-P.
Yeah.
If you miss this, you're out of the force.
We're off
all
to
right?
a great start, aren't we?
They're totally baked.
Let's go with cakes, C-A-K-E-S.
Could it be cakes? Yes, it is.
But at the end of the day, some luck has to be on your side as well. The original Lingo first aired in syndication in 1987, and was hosted by Michael Reagan. Yeah, that Michael Reagan. The show never really took off and lasted for just one season, ending in 1988, until GSN brought the format back 14 years later. The Woolery version of Lingo saw some tweaks over the years, but the game at its core remained the same. Teams scored points based on how many 5-letter words they solved, and how many lingos they were able to score. In the first round, words were worth 25 points each, while a lingo scored the team's 50 points. These amounts were doubled in round 2, and the team with the most points at the end of the second round won the game and moved on to play bonus lingo. In bonus lingo, the winning team had 2 minutes to guess as many 5-letter words as possible. 2 letters are revealed this time to make it a bit easier, and the team is also given bonus letters to help them out. 1 for every lingo they scored during the game, and 1 more for winning the game. Each correct word is worth $100 and a lingo ball. If a team can use their lingo balls to score a lingo, they win a $5,000 prize. If they score a lingo on their very first lingo ball drawn, they score a jackpot prize, which started at $10,000 and grew by $1,000 for each game it wasn't won.
I'm Chuck. The jackpot today, $41,000. Somebody could get rich. Let's play Lingo.
The highest jackpot ever awarded was $41,000.
Alrighty. So we're looking for a 52. Now 52 will give you $41,000 on the first pull.
Okay.
Who's going to go for it?
Laura.
Come on, sweetie, pick it out of there. I want to give this away. You got it. You got it. You realize how long we've been waiting to give that away?
And there was no waiting. She reached in and did it.
That is fabulous. I'm so happy for you.
And one of the winning team's members, Amy Kelly, would actually go on to participate in GSN's Grand Slam tournament in 2007. The Woolery version of Lingo was one of GSN's most successful originals ever. They did special events such as the Tournament of Champions, and the Woolery version was seen in reruns on GSN for the next decade, only recently disappearing from the schedule. By 2007, GSN probably figured that they had enough episodes on the shelves to sufficiently get by on reruns, and the Woolery version came to an end. But 4 years later, GSN decided to bring back one of their old reliables. And really, they needed it, because Cardi Unforgivable and Rappin' Wink Martindale just weren't working out. So with that, Lingo came back with a new set, new rules, a new bonus game, and a new host. They even made a home version for the Kindle, which I still play from time to time. The core game was still the same at the end of the day, teams guessing 5-letter words and drawing Lingo balls to win cash, but it had enough differences to make the viewer fully aware it was a completely different show. Contestants were now given clues before every word, which does admittedly seem rather silly and pointless to me.
Here's your clue. A special call. Here's your first letter.
Quack. Q-U-A-C-K.
If it walks like a duck, then quacks like a duck. Is it quack? Yes, it is!
I don't know if that was just to give Engvall a chance to invoke comedy into the game, and believe me, the show was rated TV-14 for a reason. Hey guys, it's me, Ben, in the final stages of editing this, and I really just want to drive home the point. If you have anybody watching with you right now under the age of 13, you might want to skip ahead. I'll put a timestamp in the video, because there's some pretty suggestive answers coming up. Just fair warning.
A major complaint.
Bitch. B-I-T-C-H.
Nice, honey. Can you say that? Yes, you can! Wow. How people describe my act.
Shame. S-H-A-M-E. Sorry.
You obviously haven't been to one of my shows, because I have no shame.
Sorry. S-O-R-R-Y.
Geez, maybe you have been to one of my shows. I don't know. That is not the word. So I'm going to give you guys a bonus letter. You have one chance to get it. People have described my act this way.
Sucks. S-U-K.
S-U-C-K-S.
Does my act suck for $200? Yes, it does! I think you just like saying naughty words.
Yes, I do.
You guessed the last two. Always comes in the end. Always comes in the end. Is the heat on? All right, here's your first letter.
What's the letter?
Dick. D-I-C-K-S.
Hi, this will be my last show on Lingo. And just for qualification here, in the dictionary, dicks means fellow or chap. And I'm sure that's what you meant.
But it made the comedy seem forced. And to me, comedy in game shows is always better when it's spontaneous.
Steve Austin. Steve Austin is a big bad professional wrestler fully known as
The Crusher.
The Crusher.
I'll agree.
You fool!
Stone Cold, girl.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
A nice change, though, is that teams were now playing for dollars instead of points. And to be honest, I like this a lot better. I'd like it even more if the losing team got to keep their winnings as a consolation prize, though. Look, I know GSN is a small cable network, but your top prize on baggage was a romantic dinner for two, and it was your most successful show at the time. Not to mention, you're offering a $100,000 prize on Lingo here. So clearly the prize budget of the network couldn't have been hurting that much. Oh yeah, there's that exciting change to talk about now. The top prize in the bonus round of this version of Lingo was increased to a whopping $100,000, which tied Bingo America for the most money ever offered on a GSN original up to this point in time. Well, unless you include the $1 Million Cat Game Show one-off, but the less we talk about that, the better. The team with the most money at the end of round 3 advanced to the bonus round. They were given 90 seconds to try to guess 5 words correctly. The money they won in the main game was theirs to keep regardless. And their first word was worth however much that total was. Every correct word in succession doubled in value up until the 4th word. Should the team correctly guess a 5th word, their winnings would be increased to $100,000. Casting contestants that were hesitant to throw words out there and wasted too much time certainly didn't help matters, but the top prize was definitely winnable. And we know this because we actually got a chance to see it happen.
Curls, C-U-R-L-S.
That's for $13,600. You got 15 seconds.
White, W-H-I-T-E.
10 seconds.
Wild, W-H-I-L-E.
For $100,000, is it wild? Yes, it is! You just won $100,000! Wow! Wow, yes!
So that's pretty much Bill Engvall's Lingo. I really don't understand why so many people don't like this one. I can nitpick things that I don't like about it, like the fact that words and lingos are worth more in round 3 than they are in the first 2 rounds combined. But like I said, it was far from the worst thing on GSN when it was first airing. The episodes air daily on the Game Show Central streaming channel, and if you have the Pluto TV app, which you should totally get by the way because it's completely free, most of the episodes are available to stream on demand. So if you enjoy words and letters games, it might be worth giving the show a try. Thanks for watching.
3 seconds.
Bicep. B-I-C-E-P.
Oh! Right under the buzzer. That's worth $3,800.